Welcome back, Eagle Time Gaming. Eagle Time Gaming, do you ever wonder what's the point? What's the point of being Spider-Man? Trying to save the city? You know, losing all your best Spider-Men to shockers and criminals and vagrants and big dudes that punch them. What's the point of it? I mean, yeah, the entire city's being ravaged by those, like, demon people now, the good dudes with masks, and everyone wants help from Spider-Man.
All units, police are engaged in an active shootout with demons.
Obviously.
Reported location is Kips Bay. Over.
But which Spider-Man are they really gonna get? Like, what do they know? What do they know about this Spider-Man's? I don't know. Eagle Time Gaming, maybe it's just not worth it. I wanna go look at this backpack. What?
Demons are stepping up their game. These guys are worse than Fisk ever was.
Will they get joy just from beating up people as Spider-Man? Maybe that's what I want to do. Maybe that's what Spider-Man wants to do, is just to beat up people that aren't him. Yep.
Demons aren't just a street gang.
Hey, can I borrow? Never mind. Hi. No, they're all webbed. It's okay. Hot. Oh, it's closed. Don't you hate that? That's like, man, you have a bad day and everything just seems to kind of turn up bad. You know what I mean? Like, hey. Have you ever had one of those days where, hey, look at me. Look at me. Hey, have you ever had one of those days where you just, there we go. Hey, bud. Where you just like, you just don't want to get out on the streets anymore. You just don't want to go out and web. You just want to, you don't know what you want to do. I guess be Spider-Man. You gonna kill this guy? I don't care. No, this music's too epic. No, hang on, just stop. Music's too epic. Different music now, please. That's better. You know, it's when you're feeling down, it is important to get out. Like, it's important to, you know, get some time outside, get some rain on you and sunshine or something. You know, it just really tries to, it's just ways that you can kind of keep things going, even if you don't feel like it. You know, I mean, of course you're not going to feel like it. You're feeling like you lost your very favorite Spider-Man and you'll never get it back, but well, you don't know what the butt is yet. You just got to keep on climbing buildings. You gotta do things you enjoy. You know, even if the things that you enjoy, I don't know, you don't seem to enjoy them anymore. Maybe sometimes you should just maybe visit some friends. You know, people that you haven't seen in a while. Get an idea of, you know, what they're doing. What do you guys think? Is it... I don't know. Does it bother you that I'm not the same Spider-Man that I used to be? I mean, I got the same suit and powers and web slinging and punching abilities, and I have, of course, proportional strength and all those other things of a spider, but I don't know. Something's just different. My Dr. Octopus friend is probably going to be some kind of crazy, multiple-limbed antagonist, and all the bad guys are happening, the streets are going crazy, and I don't know, it's just you and me hanging out here. What do you guys think? Some more stuff going on. Do I even bother?
Do we want to, like, do an official opening? Like,
whoa, who's this?
Demons are getting worse.
What the?
Fisk ever was.
Who's I'm hearing voices now. I'm in a new level of depression.
what's happening?
Oh no.
Oh, just kidding. I am BTP's excellent voice in his head, working him through the tragic death of Spider-Man 10. It's me, Rayweld. Or is
Whoa. One of my many personalities. This is the new lore of Eagle Time, is that any other guest is actually just a figment of BTP's. Whoa, you are up there good. You're just figment of BTP's imagination here.
Yeah, that's the deep lore. So the Spider-Man lore is sort of like timelines, where one Spider-Man dies and suddenly we're in a new timeline. The Eagle Time gaming lore is that we're all just collectively the same person.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a big fan of the instant kills with the cobweb, but I'm also really sad that Spider-Man 10 is dead.
I'm really sad about this too. I'm sad about this timeline we're in that I'm indifferent about, and I'm just trying to get by, you know?
Yeah. I'll be honest, when Spider-Man 11 died, I did laugh, but that was sort of like a coping mechanism.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's true.
My mind couldn't handle the reality of
Did you see
Spider-Man
that?
10.
No, never mind.
Oh, what?
Sorry.
Wait.
Oh, there's still a monster here. I just don't really, or a monster. I guess I'm the only monster here. What do you guys think?
Mask Boys also crime boys?
Mask Boys are doing crime, so I think so.
Or are they like a variant?
It's possible variant. That's what I was looking at. So.
Demons fight like men possessed.
Oh man, here's the thing, Rayweld. This is what I'm struggling with, right? I'm trying to really come to terms with this loss here, but honestly, like, all this Spider-Man is now, this Spider-Man's had the same timeline as Spider-Man 10, except this Spider-Man just mucks it up with Dr. Octopus. All these other Spider-Mans are gonna mess things up. We're in the bad timeline now, and I don't know. I don't like it anymore. I can't even continue on with these yellow dots.
Yeah.
I need advice. I need sage knowledge.
I think to get through this, you just have to look at the good things. Like, sure, Spider-Man 10 is dead, and Dr. Octopus is now super evil for all other timelines. But there's good little things, like Emma Watson. She is perfectly fine. She's out there doing... What?
Who?
I think I just... Well, I mean, Emma Watson, the actress, she is fine in the Spider-Man universe. She's like making another movie or something.
Need to take out and figure out what they're doing.
I guess that's
Whatever it is.
That's true.
The demon's hands.
That was not the name I meant to say, but it is also true. You have to think about these little things, like Chris Hemsworth, he's out there somewhere, that actor.
Oh.
Junk scattered around here.
But also,
A well-placed web shot could make a great distraction.
now that we're on Spider-Man 12, we get a little bit of fun variants. Like, I think Spider-Man 12 might be the scrapbooking Spider-Man.
Oh, what?
Like, so Spider-Man 12 has been the same.
The one I'm playing with right now.
The one you're playing with right now. That's like sneaking on the roof and taking out those criminals. Hopefully.
May need to divide it out.
He's into scrapbooking. He's exactly the same as number 11. Everything's terrible and stuff, but also he takes pictures of his friends and family and cuts them into fun shapes.
Oh, is that why this Spider-Man has the this little camera?
Yeah. So like he has this family scrapbook, and he has the Feast scrapbook, and he also has the criminal scrapbook, because you've got to celebrate your daily life too. So he takes pictures of criminals and he cuts their little faces out and like puts glitter glue around them. Spider-Man, he has fun.
Yeah.
Still kicks people off buildings though, but they're fine.
Oh yeah, of course. I hadn't thought about that. I hadn't thought of maybe like this is even though it's a Spider-Man from a timeline that's inferior, there's still something like unique and special about it, and in a way that Spider-Man 10, rest in peace, like couldn't have imitated. You know?
Yeah.
So that's actually really sweet, Rayweld. I really like that. So like I have this Spider-Man that's not going, I mean, he's trying to take pictures in the moment.
He's maybe a little distracted compared to other Spider-Men, but he really loves that scrapbooking. Yeah, so I think sort of like the Spider-Man timelines. So 10 was obviously the best one. That was the peak. Like, there's no Spider-Man that's better than number 10.
Yeah, obviously.
And
that's been established. Well established in the canon.
It's well established in the canon, but I'm thinking that there's still some pretty good Spider-Men, and I guess as you go through, the Spider-Men slowly get worse and worse in quality, but there's some little bumps back. But never quite reaching the Spider-Man level 10.
Yeah, I see. So like,
I think
we can always remember the Spider-Man 10 for what they were. This guy really likes that camera. Yeah,
he's taking pictures. He's having a new little scrapbook, and he's saying, "I'm the Spider-Man that lived."
Oh wow!
And if this Spider-Man does die, there are no more scrapbooking Spider-Man. That should be clarified now. Every Spider-Man sort of is a little bit unique. This is the only one that scrapbooks.
So we'll never have another. So like when this Spider-Man calls up Mary Jane and says, "Hey Mary Jane, I have a great scrapbook for us," and then this Spider-Man then dies, Mary Jane is gonna go up and say, "Hey, where's that scrapbook you were talking about, Peter?" And the new Spider-Man will have no idea what on earth Mary Jane's talking about. What are you talking about? I don't care about scrapbooking. I am very into our little micro machines. No, that's not what they're called. What are the ones that you paint?
The ones that you paint.
Figurines. Yeah, painting little figurines, like Warcraft or like Warhammer.
Yeah,
it's the Warhammer Spider-Man.
I'm pretty sure that number 13 is the Warhammer Spider-Man.
Yeah, I guess that's good. I was being kind of harsh on these Spider-Men, except for Spider-Man 11. That guy, who cares, right?
Yeah, like whatever.
But like every other Spider-Man here probably has something kind of special and unique to bring to the Spider hyphen table.
Yeah, that hyphen table. Probably what happens is if this Spider-Man does die, the scrapbook still exists, but there isn't the passion in it. Oh. So like,
that's somehow worse.
The Spider-Man 13 almost feels like they're obligated to make this scrapbook to stay sort of consistent with the timeline. And
but really, there's not the heart isn't there for it.
The heart isn't there, and she will see right through it because she's very perceptive.
Okay.
That's
so
just
she'll
my
realize,
take,
like,
though.
Peter, what's going on? And maybe, does Mary Jane know about the different timelines of Spider-Man? I mean, is she aware it's like, okay, oh, this is another Spider-Man timeline, it seems. You got yourself killed again, didn't you, Tiger?
I'm not sure if she does, because, like, she is having some interpersonal problems with Spider-Man. She's like, oh, it's been 6 months the last time we saw her. But I think she hasn't quite caught on. Okay, wow. Spider-Man 12. Oh my.
Snipers everywhere. I need to deal with them first.
So this Spider-Man you're saying is
The Warhammer Spider-Man.
This is Warhammer Spider-Man. This Spider-Man has a very good attention to detail.
Yeah.
So this Spider-Man is very patient, takes its time. Occasionally,
he doesn't take pictures of people in mid-combat. Maybe.
Yeah, it's probably.
Sniper has a guard watching him. May need to divide and
I
conquer.
think I read that one somewhere.
Let's see.
Now,
Junk scattered around
if you
here.
think you could give an estimate, how many more Spider-Men do you think we'll have to go through to cope with the death of Spider-Man 10?
That is a really, really great question. Hopefully, I don't know how long this Spider game goes or how difficult it is. I mean, hopefully we're not going to get into like the triple-digit Spider-Man. You know, Spider-Man 100
those guys are
is
losers.
Yeah, they're kind of dunks. Not as bad as Spider-Man 11 though.
There's just a lot of
spooked.
people we have to stealthily kill. Mm-hmm. I mean, knock unconscious.
Yeah, you keep saying web in a really weird way. I don't understand. There's like a pronunciation issue.
Yeah, well, I'm from Canada, so it's sort of a local vernacular. I'm a little curious about the other people. So we know that when a Spider-Man dies, there's a new timeline.
Yes.
But are there branches off those for other people dying? Or is it like the world still continues and like everyone else just sort of independent? Like, let's say this crime boy, is he different from the 12th version of himself? Or is this still the first version of himself?
Oh yeah, no. The people are all the same. It's only Spider-Man that changes things up. That's the power of the spider web, the web of fate, and shadows.
Oh yeah. I think I read about this somewhere.
Yeah. So, you know, the web of fate has to make sure there's always a spider person around. It doesn't care about crime boys, unfortunately.
Anyone else here?
Yeah, you're doing these stealth kills really well this time.
Yeah, he's a very good attention to detail.
Might be sweet dreams.
Good.
Now, I know that Spider-Man 13 is still alive and well, but what do you think Spider-Man 14 is like?
Who's there?
Oh, I can't even begin to imagine what Spider-Man 14 must be like. We really should try to figure out, like, we need a list of this, because I think this would be kind of fun. You know what I realized though, Rael, we were kind of talking about this earlier, but we were looking at the view counts on these spider videos, which were assumed were very very popular with everyone that we know and love, and we looked at one though and we were like, oh,
I need some help here. No snoring now.
well this video. Like one of the videos in here, there's only like 4 views, and we were like, okay, well, you know, whatever. That's kind of what we expect here at Eagle Time Gaming. But then I realized, well, I probably watched it 2 times. How many times did you watch it, Rayweld?
I probably watched it 1 or 2 times as well.
So here's the thing: is that we realized is that, well, you know, then maybe we're the only people watching this. So if Eagle Time Gaming, if you're watching this, maybe let us know. But we were trying to figure out like some of the analytics of the channel. And one thing we realized, for instance, we looked at. The
Hearthstone.
This is more Eagle Time shop talk, right? But we looked at the analytics on the Hearthstone videos. It was like one video was like a 5-minute Hearthstone video, like intentionally designed to be more accessible to people who don't want to watch me open cards for like 45 minutes to an hour.
Yeah.
You're in timeout.
And like along those lines, like in this whole process,
I heard.
we found that the 45-minute version, the full version of that, had like 50 views.
Yeah.
Like going on 60, while the shortened version that was meant to be more accessible only had like 15 on it. Like substantially fewer views than the other, and we're like, what's going on? Like there's some kind of mystery to be solved here. And so we're going and looking at the analytics, we're trying to figure things out. And here's what we found out. It's 100% the Papers effect. So, Papers is our good friend who we open cards with here at Eagle Time Gaming and teach all about Hearthstone.
And who may or may not be
Papers
another version of BTP.
Yeah, possibly another version of my subconscious, if depending on the canon we're working with here, the deep lore. And essentially, Papers is a very talented animator for a cartoon. Whoa, very good job, Micro Machine. Nope. Well, also Micro Machines. You can have more than one hobby. Micro Machine Spider-Man. But yeah, so Papers is a very semi-popular animator for a YouTube cartoon called Battle for Dream Island, or the very derivatives thereof.
We can't have vigilantes trespassing or doing illegal searches.
Yeah, I know.
Which is why I brought a warrant. So what do you say we do some perfectly legal searching?
Oh, dang.
I like the sound of that. What's your name?
Officer Davis. Call me Jeff. And you are? Just messing with you. My son's a big fan.
So, that warrant cover breaking down doors?
Not without a lot of extra paperwork.
Okay. I'll find another way in.
So,
any place this rundown should have a hole in the wall or a broken window.
Check around back. I'd go myself, but you know, not Spider-Man.
So, what ends up happening? So basically, Papers. I went and checked, and Papers has like a good 3,000 subscribers and followers on their videos. And so what we found was, yeah. So basically, Papers very very sweetly shared their video on Twitter, and we found that, lo and behold, that was a good source of those extra views, wanting to know more about Saitomi Hazel Cricket.
Sealed up the front.
There we go.
Yeah.
Now I do.
Must have been a trick in my
Pigeons.
eyes.
There's gotta be a...
Oh, perfect, of course.
I feel like I'm in a horror movie.
I was thinking about
Hello?
now
Any
Spider-Man
fisherman with a
13
grudge
being
and
a
a
big
hook
fan of
for a
Warhammer. And I
Okay,
did sort
where's
of
that
peek
locked
ahead,
door?
and I think Spider-Man 14 is a big fan of magnets.
Big fan of what?
Magnets.
Magnets, just in general? Like
Jack,
the
you
like.
there?
He
I'm doing
just
my
loves
best to
good
refrain from
magnets.
knock-knock jokes.
I think he has those fridge magnets that are words, and he arranges
Yeah,
them.
got it.
But like, just magnets.
Smart,
Okay.
but I don't have anything that packs enough current.
Try this.
Stun gun, genius. Capacitors in this are just what I need for an
And
upgrade. I've been
I
thinking
know
of.
that some Spider-Men weren't included in the series; they just died off screen. I'd be interested in if you knew what their sort of special uniqueness was.
Oh, the Spider-Man who's basically had a weird, like, want to get killed by punched to death by the Kingpin. There was like 3 Spider-Mans in a row who were like their whole bit was just, I want to be punched to death by the Kingpin, and I looked through their entire timelines and they were all so perfectly identical. Those 3 of them.
Oh.
That I was just like, you know what, we don't even need to like address them in like a large thing. Electric
Gadget,
web.
huh? You remind me of my son. Started taking apart the TV when he was 5. Now he's unlocking his friends' phones.
Sounds like he could teach me a few things.
Okay. Nothing illegal.
I like
in
his
plain
police
sight?
officer character.
Kinda
Officer.
anticlimactic, huh?
At first glance.
Officer
Let's look
Davis.
closer.
Looking for something specific?
This yard's been here a long time. Bootleggers used to use it back in the day.
Gotcha. Those guys love their hidden rooms.
Back in the 1920s.
Sound hollow to you?
Is it hollow because it's a
Got a
crate?
hidden panel, like the one on the door. The conduits lead out the back. Look for another junction box.
Let's see if my mask lenses can pick up the conduits.
Here's the other thing they've been running into, Rayweld, is that in order to, I realized like, hey, maybe to get like that magical second or the third person to watch these videos,
Hey,
I could start up a secret safe. Hang on now.
Oh. Who's ready for a
Not
line
big fat
puzzle?
nothing.
Where there's one secret room, there could be more. Notice anything about the floor?
They can hide the doors, but not the scrapes they leave.
Keep an eye out for more of those.
Ooh. We gotta search for scrapes. We gotta get ourselves into it. Is that a scrape? No.
I love how our Spidey senses are so versatile.
Mm-hmm. We can see scrapes. We can see scratches.
I should take another look around.
Wow.
Agent, scrape, no door. None I can see anyway.
Great. Be right there.
Get over here. Come on.
Maybe not.
Do we have to wait for him?
Busted.
Sit tight, I'll pull you up.
Where's the... Oh, lift the elevator. Got it. Get over here. So yeah, now we're running elevators here. So basically, the other thing that I did was I was like, I know, I can... Let's go up, come on.
I could use a little help with the elevator.
Yeah, me too.
I'm on it.
What's it? Okay. So the other thing is like, oh, you know what I can do is I can start like a Twitter that will let me, Oh, here we go.
Second floor, rusted machine parts.
Promote Eagle
big
Time
honking
Gaming?
rats.
Yeah, well, like, I made it like, just like a personal Twitter, not an Eagle Time Gaming Twitter. But basically it's for me to, if I have something that's like, something that maybe I cut out of the video or that I think is kind of funny, I can like post it on there, right? The problem is like,
Fair enough.
you know, I haven't had a Twitter in a long time because I have
Let me know if you
very,
find the junction
like,
box.
I have like social media anxiety. I can't handle it. So it's like, I like go onto it and it's like, okay, well, I need to try to follow other people. I need to try to like interact with folks on this internet forum, and it does not, it doesn't pan out for me. I try like,
This for a long time, huh?
He's my great white whale. Did it open?
Yeah.
No. This door
and
has another
so
box.
I need advice and direction on how to actually use the format, right?
I don't think I should be the one you should consult. On
If I were
that,
a
I'm not
junction box,
very.
Where would I be?
Follow the
I
conduit.
think I have a Twitter, but I haven't used it in
Ever.
ever. I used it
Nailed it.
once, but I'm not sure
yeah, you
when that once was.
What? Do it.
There's a
Work. Oh, I have to pull the elevator up.
yeah.
Oh, obviously. This makes so much sense.
Clear.
So I've been thinking
grate
all
was
this.
in the way.
Elevator fell back down. We're solving puzzles, Rayweld.
A new kind
What?
of puzzle?
Trapdoor.
Whoa.
What is this puzzle?
Think you can help me out?
How do
This thing's
other
heavy.
people solve this puzzle? Like people who aren't Spider-Men.
1, 2, 3.
Like
We can do it.
I'm just assuming
Well, that
that
isn't
crime
spooky
boys
at
do
all.
this.
Probably an old bootlegger's tunnel.
Look at these crime boys figuring this
And
out.
it looks like no
Or
one's
maybe
cleaned
this
it
is a
since
trap
Alpha
for the Spider-Man.
Big chunk of concrete in the way. I can't get through.
Let me see how it looks from the top.
What? He said he couldn't get through, and then he could.
He just started going through it. Climb on the wall. There we go.
Got room to maneuver
Now,
here.
I do
Hang
have a
on.
I'm
question.
blocked. Anything you can do?
Is Jefferson Davis,
What was
is
that?
he
Subway, maybe.
a normal man, or
Place unsafe.
do,
Okay,
are
that definitely wasn't a
policemen
subway.
different?
Explosives.
And that
Yeah,
sounds like demons.
he's a policeman.
Vault! Hurry!
So, what sort of special powers do police-men have? I'm pretty sure they can.
They can arrest. They can follow the law. They
Yeah.
can interrogate.
I'm pretty
Demons
sure
are
they
already
have
gone.
guns for
How'd they
webbing
beat us
people.
here?
Must be a back door.
They do have web guns.
Find it. This place, one hell of an armory.
Come on. Take this chair with me.
I like that little chair you're herding around. I think you should try and bring it with you outside of the building.
Oh, I like that. That's a really good idea.
Maybe we should give this chair a name.
Smash and grab. They were moving fast.
We gotta give this chair a name. We gotta give it the name,
Got empty crates here. And it looks like they took the ones they didn't clean out.
Leonard.
Okay, the chair is now Leonard.
That's what the name is written on the bottom of the chair. Someone
They
said.
didn't want the non-lethal stuff. They passed up smoke grenades, flashbangs.
All right. Oh no, where's Leonard go? Leonard.
Leonard's got to be here somewhere. He couldn't
Where'd
have
Leonard
gone far.
go?
Oh, there he is. There he is. Turn left. Oh, never mind.
Shh. Demons.
No, don't. No, Leonard.
Shh, demons.
Stay here.
Hell no. It'll take both of us to stop him.
No, it'll take all three of us. Where's Leonard?
Some of these.
Oh,
Let's go.
No, no.
Leonard.
I'll never
Maybe we
find
should-
another Leonard.
Maybe we should backtrack and go for
I
Leonard.
think we can. Yeah, that's a good idea.
After we defeat these guys, of course. We have to protect Leonard.
Find cover.
I want to paint Leonard in so many tiny colors.
Yes. Yes, a really intricate
talking about.
mural for Leonard.
Yes.
I think he'd appreciate that.
Oh, I like how I don't get stun gunned.
Wow.
Thanks. I needed that.
I do
What's up
how,
here?
like,
Is there a friend up here?
Your timing is impeccable.
Hey.
See? I've got friends too.
the range on that stun gun is very impressive.
Yes, one of your tricks
Yeah,
will be
right?
great about now.
Go. Okay, he got webbed. Yank.
Boom, boom, boom.
Any more? There you go. There we go.
Seems to be just a lot of crime boys. It's a very
Yeah.
active time.
Yeah. Well, it's the night. It's the crime night because they all heard that Spider-Man 10 went away. And that's
course.
it's just open season on Spider-Men. So we have to kind of teach them. Just because Spider-Man,
How we doing?
gosh, which one are we on now? 13 still? Spider-Man
Yeah.
13's the one in charge. That it's not the end of the road for Spider folks. There we go. Oh man, his webs are strong.
What good webs.
Okay. I've learned how to do this. Now I
Two
can.
trucks full of gunmen in one day. It's time to hang up the web.
Yeah. Mr. Davis says he'll catch up with us.
Yeah, he'll
but
catch up.
He's also going to bring Leonard. I think that he recognizes that Leonard's an important part of the team. And he is just going to make sure that Leonard's secure.
Oh, that's so sweet of him. I really appreciate it. You're a good cop, Davis.
How
We're just
did
gonna keep
he
going. We're gonna
fire-
catch up. Stop driving. Stop driving so fast. Try to slow down. What were you doing?
Yeah,
I'm
you're
gonna
speeding.
I want to get spidered on you. I'm gonna web you. It's okay. Man, those
How are they
RPGs.
firing
I'm so glad that I'm
bullets
missing
straight
all of
up?
them, and there's no collateral damage.
This keeps up, bystanders will get shot.
As you
I gotta
said
get in
that,
close.
they did sort of like, there was like a cloud of smoke. So I'm going to say that something was destroyed.
No, that's just a normal smoke cloud.
Were you controlling that, or was that cinematic?
It's a little bit of both. I pressed the button in time. It's called quick time spider event.
Oh, of course.
Quick hyphen time.
Quick hyphen time.
Oh no.
Not a truck boy. Oh.
No, our truck boys. Oh.
Quick time. Zoop.
There we go.
Yeah, that truck. We saved that truck.
Oh,
boy from
seriously?
being
There's
webbed.
a subway coming in.
Decides to run on time.
Oh, that's a New York subway humor.
Haha.
Why?
That was very close.
Interesting that Spider-Man knows all about the New York subways because he doesn't have to use them. You know, if you slow that down, it looks like Spider-Man's kind of like winking at you. Oh no, JD!
Davis.
Oh, he used his web fist. That's good.
I like Davis. Those normal hyphen men should go help Davis. And they shouldn't just be taking pictures. Well, I mean, applause is good too.
Yeah, I do
But-
appreciate the applause. That's really nice.
We've now identified the officer as Jefferson Davis. We're being
Good
told
old
he has
Jefferson
minor
Davis.
injuries and is expected to make a full recovery.
He's gonna make a full
Excuse me, miss, are
recovery
you supposed to
along
be
with
here?
Leonard.
More than you. After that auction house thing, the Bugle put me on the city beat, which means I get to focus full time on real stories like this. And the demons.
You know, the closer you get to them, the
What
more
is
you
this
become a target, right?
interaction?
The closer I get, the better chance we have to stop them.
Why was MJ walking away from us as we were slowly...
Officer Davis,
Creeping.
Mary Jane
Approaching.
Watson, Daily Bugle.
No comment.
I don't blame you. But these guys are gonna tell their story with or without you, and they thrive on controversy.
So what's your angle?
I don't have one. I just listen.
Okay. Hop in.
Well, that was nice.
She's good.
I don't think the EMT would allow you to do that. It's just it gets crowded in there. Maybe not. I don't know. She is good though. You're right.
Man, I'm beat.
Yeah, MJ never dies.
I can fast travel? Even Spider-Man 10 didn't know how to do that. You know, I'm feeling good about this Warhammer Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is good. Thank you, Eagle Time Gaming. Thanks for hanging out with us, letting us watch Spider-Man together. I'm feeling good about this. We'll be able to get some good Spider-Man buds again.
Thanks, Evil Time.
Thank you, Raywell.
Oh, thank you for having me again to help you through these trying times.
I know, and I'm so glad that you're a real person and not just a figment of my imagination. Drink plenty of water, Eagle Time Gaming. Comment if you're a real person. Bye.